Hello, and thank you for taking the time to hear me out. There has never been a better time to spread kindness. We are bombarded on social media and the news by Syrian conflicts. Should we let them in or keep them out? Bombings, school shootings, and bullying. The world needs more kindness. What goes around comes around. No act, no matter how small, is wasted. The author of 29 Ways to Carry Out Random Acts of Kindness, Arvid Devalia, explains that it is our social responsibility to make the world a better place. We can't sit back and let somebody else do it for us. Kindness is contagious. And by doing it daily, you can change the world. The acts don't have to be complicated or extravagant or cost a lot of money. You can send a handwritten thank you note. Tell friends and family you appreciate them. Hold the door and smile a lot. These are all free, easy ways to make a difference. If you can commit to at least one random act of kindness per day, imagine the domino effect you could create. According to the author of Bad Behavior Gets Paid Forward Even More Than Good, Michael Norton, when someone is mistreated by another, say cut off in traffic, that person is more likely to repeat the bad behavior, say yelling at a cashier. And that goes on and on. You have the ability to stop this by knowing about it and choosing a good deed instead. Doing good can even make you healthier. Jeannie Lurch Davis, author of The Science of Good Deeds, says when we engage in good deeds, it reduces our stress levels. She even explains a study on the brain with an MRI. As you can see here, the brain on the right, the person is being showed a picture of a check or a picture of an organization that they've given money to. Where the brain on the left, the person is being showed a picture of a person that they've helped or a picture of them helping somebody. The brain reacts more to actually doing good and doing for other people instead of just giving money. Another study shows a 44% reduction of early death amongst those that volunteer frequently. This is a greater effect than exercising 4 times a week. Doing good, volunteering, and doing random acts of kindness not only helps the receiver, but helps the one doing the acts with better health in body and mind. Kindness movements can be found all over the world. An article from the British Broadcasting Channel by Sam Judah explains a story of what a young woman in Singapore is doing. She's inspired by her government, who has a funded program that inspires helpfulness and courtesy among its citizens. Elise Ning was inspired by this and is picking up trash on her city streets. She does this on her way to work, walking the streets with her friends. She hopes that she will inspire others to do the same. How often have you passed a piece of trash, walking into a store or walking down the sidewalk? How hard would it have been to just pick it up? This is another free way to make your community better. Now, you may be telling yourself, I don't have time or money to do all this volunteering or random acts of kindness. I agree. I work full-time, go to school. I can barely find time to eat and sleep. But let me share a story with you. My grandfather recently passed away, and he meant the world to me. He raised me. He was one of my best friends. And as I was sitting at the funeral in the church, there were so many people there. It was so crowded. They had to set up TVs downstairs. It was standing room only. And after the preacher got done with his sermon, he asked if anybody would like to stand up and say anything. And person after person stood up and told a story of what my grandpa had done for them, the kindness that he had showed them. And I vowed from that day forward that I would perform an act of kindness, at least one act of kindness per day. And you would not believe the impact it has had on my life. I'm surrounded by happier people. I'm happier. I experience more laughter, less conflict, and more love. I get back at least 200% of what I give out, and it is truly amazing. So what I'm asking of you today is to commit to one act of kindness a day. It doesn't have to be much. Tell a teacher you appreciate them, or tell your mother or father thank you for something. Buy the person behind you lunch or a cup of coffee. Hold the door, give up a seat, anything to make someone else smile. You will be doing your part in making the world a better place. Thank you.